We sure do. Coming up after the break, we'll show you the incident in the Broncos-Chiefs game that had the Chiefs coach apologizing to the Broncos. Then the Rockies say goodbye to a longtime fan favorite.
I thought I was going to be working out some type of deal to stay a Rocky.
And the Nuggets game goes down to the buzzer.
Into Carmelo, 3 seconds.
Tonight, Denver is celebrating its first pro sports championship in 14 years. The Colorado Rapids claimed the MLS Cup in Toronto today with a thrilling 2-1 overtime victory over the heavily favored FC Dallas. The Rapids trailed early until Rapids forward Connor Casey tied the game early in the second half. The teams remained not at that one well into stoppage time when the incredible happened. Makumbi Kanji's attempted cross bounced off a defender and into the net for the go-ahead goal. The Rapids defense held and the party was on. Any fans hoping to celebrate with the team will get their chance tomorrow. A celebration will be held at Skyline Park in downtown Denver at 4 o'clock. The Nuggets were finally back in action tonight, too. After a 3-day break, they welcomed the Chicago Bulls into the Pepsi Center. The Nuggets came out hot, racing out to a big first-quarter lead. Ty Lawson got the start for the injured Chauncey Billups, and he delivered with 17 big points. The lead didn't last, however, and the Bulls battled all the way back and took their first lead midway through the fourth quarter. They held that lead into the final seconds, but 2 huge missed free throws late gave the Nuggets a chance.
Into Carmelo, 3 seconds. Carmelo launches!
Carmelo, playing with flu-like symptoms all night, buried the jumper and gave the Nuggets their 3rd straight win. The Broncos are coming off their best game of the season last night, but it was what happened after the game that had everyone talking. Annalisa Andrews is at the Broncos practice facility. Annalisa, what exactly happened? Thanks, Annalisa. That should definitely add a little extra drama to the rivalry. A longtime Rockies fan favorite is a Rocky no more. Today, the club traded Clint Barmas to the Houston Astros. The slick-fielding second baseman was sent to Houston in exchange for starting pitcher Felipe Paulino. The wild but electric Paulino is expected to compete for a spot at the back of the Rockies' rotation. Our play of the day tonight comes from the NBA. Blake Griffin delivered what is probably the dunk of the year. He takes the bounce pass and just embarrasses the defender. It's incredible how high he actually gets. Overall, it's been a good week for all the Colorado
Gotta try. Good. And rest.
No. Going into the pro day, I feel optimistic. A lot of it has to do with where I've been training at Performex. They've helped me out a lot just with speed stuff. And on the treadmill, it's training I've never put my body through.
Keep going. Knees up, big arms. Keep going.
He pushes me to my max, whereas if I was alone, I might not push myself as hard. So it definitely gets me, into another gear of working out, and it'll definitely help me increase everything I'm trying to test on pro day.
John's been great. He definitely works extremely hard. His speed, his power, his agility, everything has gone up a ton from when we started. Definitely his hip strength, his leg speed has gone up a lot, and it's it's really all through the hard work he's put in and the technology we have to offer to really maximize him as an athlete.
It changes a little bit because you don't have the team and the people to hold you accountable. It's more all on your own. At this point, you're doing this for yourself and seeing if you can go on to the next level.
Especially for the 40-yard dash, the training drills we do is a lot of high-speed treadmill work, a lot of form running. We've used a lot of resistance cords hooked up to him while he does the drills to kind of maximize how much energy he can put out to each drill and then take it with and without, so he has that extra push.
But training alone for something that could be possibly a career for me is exciting, and it's just it's a different change and something I'm learning to enjoy a lot more than I used to.
My name is Drew Litton, and I'm a comic book person.
Long before his name would become synonymous with Denver sports journalism, Drew Litton's artistic seeds were planted.
You know, when I was growing up and I would spend some time at my grandparents' house, the whole comic thing got started. Really, my grandfather, on Sunday mornings, I would wake up and I would sit on my grandfather's knee and he would read me the Sunday funnies. And that sat with me when you're like 6, 7 years old. You kind of go, wow, there's something special about this, that it can bridge generations like that. A lot of people ask me where I learned to draw, and I always have to be honest with them, and I tell them algebra class, because that's kind of where I learned to draw, you know.
I have been a fan of Drew Litton's work from the moment I arrived in Denver 11 years ago. I opened up the newspaper, the Denver Post, the first day I got here, and I said, wow, that is pretty cool, and just assumed it was a national deal, and but it happened to incorporate a local athlete that day. And then the next day it was another national-looking cartoon with a local topic, and the next day it was a national-looking cartoon with a local topic, and I finally put 2 and 2 together that Denver, Colorado was lucky enough to have the premier sports cartoonist in the world writing for them.
In 2009, Drew's career changed dramatically when his home, the Rocky Mountain News, was shut down.
We're kind of in the midst of a huge dramatic change in publishing. And, you know, newspapers are struggling to stay alive. Then there's the whole advent of all of the technology, from mobile technology, where we get everything on our cell phones, to iPads and the whole pad phenomenon, which is going to completely transform publishing. Can you imagine life without a bookstore? I mean, I can't. Now, I mean, I love coming in and at least seeing all the different colors of the titles, and it's an experience when you come in to see all the different colors and the magazines and the titles and the fonts. And this is a vibrant part of Americana. We got to find a way to keep this stuff alive, because it's too vital. It's too vital to, I mean, out of this grows, out of comic books and cartoons, grow movies. It grows incredible community. It's a vital part of us, and we can't lose it. We got to find a way to keep it.
I think it's one of the best experiences that you could ever partake in. It's shaped me into the person I am.
I think the biggest thing was just friends, and it was a great learning experience, just learning how to work with a group of girls, and that working as a part of a team is way more fulfilling than just an individual effort.
Definitely built a lot of lifelong relationships, friendships. I've gotten to travel all across the country through tournaments and playing. I've been to California, Detroit, Illinois, Oregon, Texas.
It gave me the opportunity to get out of Colorado and see a different part of the country.
Arsenal, Colorado has established itself as the premier soccer club in the region, and one reason in particular sets it apart.
We have the opportunity to develop players, and down in Denver you get into large metropolitan areas and their focus is more on winning than it is on developing. We have the benefit of a small community where we get to develop our players.
I have watched and played for other clubs that isn't the primary focus, and in Arsenal it is. It is about the child, it is about their development and having them grow over time.
Pretty much got me everywhere that I am right now. Definitely provided me with the training and the relationships to get the training and the skill sets I needed to not only be successful as an Arsenal player, but also taking that next step forward.